Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. Luke St. Martin, Eric H526, thank you so very, very much for being amazing moderators. To my super chat, thank you so much for supporting my voice. Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump's approval rating is a lot higher than the polls have stated. The reason being is because there's about 63 million people who voted for President Trump last election. Those people are going to vote for President Trump again. They're not going to vote. They're not going to vote for Hillary Clinton, who's going to be nominated. It ain't going to be Biden. I will have made the biggest political call of all time, ladies and gentlemen. If anyone thinks it's Biden, there's no way that Democrats and Comey and Strzok and McCabe and all of them and donors, Democratic donors, are going to ride with Biden into the abyss. Biden wouldn't even win the popular vote, ladies and gentlemen. So that's another story altogether. But the reason, if you look at Trump's Fox News interview, there's a reason that people vote for President Trump. He's not politically correct. That's one of the reasons, but the main reason is foreign policy. He's reversing 16 years of failed foreign policy from Bush and President Obama. That's the reason. People don't get it. They don't understand. He's bringing soldiers home. He is reversing. He just signed a peace deal in March, late February, early March. The United States signed a peace deal to eventually remove all Americans in harm's way and in counterinsurgency conflicts from a region of the world we've been in for 20 years. Only President Trump could have done this. Nobody else could have done this. He was the first president to step foot in North Korea, to begin détente between North and South Korea. This is a huge issue. We had record low Black and Latino unemployment, record low unemployment for the entire country. Then there was a self-induced depression, economic depression. Ladies and gentlemen, the media can only do so much. The people who didn't vote for President Trump watch CNN, MSNBC, The Washington Post, and The New York Times. The media is now trying to they're not trying to erode support for President Trump. They know they can't do that. They're trying to increase voter turnout by being as apoplectic and as apoplectic, as hysterical, as manic, as throwing as much vitriol and venom as possible into the airwaves. Every single thing is Trump's fault. And it's not going to work. It's not sustainable. This is not sustainable. So if you take CNN and MSNBC and the Washington Post and New York Times seriously, then you think, oh my God, Trump's approval is in the tank, is in the toilet. What? Okay, George Floyd was murdered in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the bluest of blue states, a Democratic machine, with a Justin Trudeau wannabe mayor, where even he tried to protest, and the protesters were like, get out of here. So, if Democrats are only focusing on Trump's words, first of all, Minnesota is now in play. So they're not going to win the Electoral College. If Trump gets Minnesota, look at 270 to win. You can go, while you're watching, go to 270 to win. Just go Google 270 electoral votes, 270 to win. Go to the website. Go to 2016 actual. Okay. Give Pennsylvania to Democrats. Give Ohio to Democrats. Give Michigan to Democrats. And so hold on one second. If you look, if they don't, hold on. No, not Ohio. Give Pennsylvania. Give. Why am I doing? Okay, hold on one second. 216 actual. If you give Pennsylvania to Democrats, Michigan to Democrats, Wisconsin to Democrats, and then give Minnesota to Trump, he still wins. He still wins by 2 electoral votes. I think Minnesota can go to Trump this year. I don't know, something about setting the entire city ablaze might give the state to Trump. I don't know, if you ask me. But Jimbo! Dems are masters of distraction. No one does faux outrage. Exactly, as well as them. Well, the thing is, Jimbo, thank you so very much. Give my best to the BAL boys. If you type in Democrats outraged, type in the just quote, you can, I forgot exactly what type of search it is, but put quotes around Democrats outraged. You will see endless you will see endless articles. Democrats outraged of this, Democrats outraged of that. They're always outraged. What do I care if someone is always outraged? It's a shtick. It's a game. It's a theatrical performance. What do I care if somebody's always outraged? So they're always outraged because they have nothing to stand on. They don't stand for any policy. Medicare for all has been jettisoned by the entire Democratic Party. Jimbo, thank you. There are 63 million Trump supporters. 63 million. There aren't 65 million Democrats who want Biden because Clinton got 65 million people. She outspent Trump 2-1. And she's going to be nominee, but Biden is just holding up the fort. He's just keeping the fantasy alive. Dragon Model, hello. You look at the media, and for people who watch CNN and MSNBC and read the Washington Post and New York Times, there's no way Trump can win. They're setting themselves up for a bigger catastrophe than even in 2016. Catastrophe! Wow. You're just mad that you couldn't take down Corn Pop like Biden did. He knows how to handle with zero malarkey. He could do way more push-ups than you. I give Biden, I even tell you, and this is not like, and when I'm his age, who knows how many push-ups I can do. Hopefully a lot more than he can. If I get to his age, which would be fantastic. But if I get to his age, hopefully, I can probably do more push-ups than him, but he can't do any push-ups, the poor guy. The poor guy probably can't do even, he doesn't look like he's really in shape. He's skinny, but he doesn't look like he's in shape. I put not even, 7 push-ups max. Catastrophe! Thank you. Sluggo3Slug, thank you. Sluggo3Slug, thank you so very much to my viewers in other countries. Thank you so very much. Catastrophe, thank you. Sluggo3Slug, thank you very much. What President Trump needs to do to my Viewers in Sweden, thank you. Sluggo3 Slug, thank you so very, very much. Catastrophe, thank you. What President Trump has to do is he has to... Sick Pat, hello. Hello. Sick Pat, hello. What President Trump has to do is he has to be interviewed every single day. Like, he has to continuously be interviewed. Catastrophe, you lying dog-faced pony soldier. You know what? We got to do this now. We got to do the lying dog-faced pony soldier now. Okay, hold on one second. This is how you know Hillary Clinton's going to be nominee. Okay, so wait. So here it is. There's no way in the universe. There is no way at all. There is absolutely no way that Biden's going to be nominated. And I will have made the biggest political prediction of all time, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the end of the current media paradigm as we know it when Madam Secretary becomes nominee and Trump wins again. But here, hold on one second.
Disadvantage in this race. You've been the vice president. You weren't burdened down by the impeachment trials. So
she says you weren't burdened down by the impeachment trials, and it's like, sorry about the buffering, ladies and gentlemen, but let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear all right? Can you hear all right, ladies and gentlemen? Can you hear all right? Let me know. This chat is awesome. Okay, so here.
In the participation. So how do you explain the performance in Iowa, and why should the voters believe that you can win the national election?
It's a good question. Number one, Iowa's a Democratic caucus.
He was a Democratic caucus. He was one.
You ever been to a caucus?
You ever been to one, little lady?
No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. It was a little bit confusing tonight.
What a weirdo. What a weirdo. So weird. Can't hear a thing. Oh, Lord. Oh, crystal clear. Okay, try this thing. Can't. All right. So, did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Did you hear that? Was that all right? Let me know if you heard that. Let me know if you heard the soulful sounds of Joe Biden. Did you hear that? Just waiting for an answer. Okay, good. Let's listen to it again. Let's listen to this again.
Vice president, you weren't burdened down by the impeachment trials. So, in the participation. So,
though he was burdened down by the impeachment, the whole thing was about him. The whole thing was about investigating the wrongdoing that he is alleged to have committed.
How do you explain the performance in Iowa, and why should the voters believe that you can win the national election?
It's a good question. Number one, Iowa's a Democratic caucus.
You were? You're fantastic.
You ever been to a caucus?
You ever been to one? Come on now, don't lie.
No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but you're
I said you were, but you're right. everyone is looking at him like, oh my God, what is wrong with this man? And there's nervous laughter because they can't stand Trump. So they're trying to say like, oh my God, this is the only person who could possibly defeat Trump that we have. And they're so utterly like, they're so, they're beholden to his absurd behavior. They're beholden to the fact that they know this man couldn't become mayor of a small town. This man couldn't become mayor of a small town. But they don't really want to, they don't want to acknowledge the fact. So they keep up with the charade. And they allow him to say, oh, you're a dog-faced pony soldier. I mean, we can go on forever. There are endless quotes that are just completely and utterly, hidden by the media. Exploring foreign currencies, Omar Pena. Hello, H.A. Goodman, folks. Hope everyone is well. Omar Pena, thank you so very much. Omar Pena, hello. Exploring foreign currencies. Hello, H.A. Thanks for taking the time to read my super chats, of course, especially my second one where you devoted around 3 minutes to answering. I appreciate the time you have given. Thank you so very much. Exploring foreign currencies. Thank you. Exploring foreign currencies. Keep up the good work on your YouTube channels, and I hope this line of work helps you feel fulfilled. It does. Exploring foreign currencies. Thank you, first of all, for your generosity, and it does because being able to communicate and speak with people like you and everyone here, really good people who want the same things. We want the country to be a strong, unified country. And we know that, one thing that unifies everyone voting for President Trump, or everyone, you know what, you don't even have to, if you watch the channel, you're not voting for Trump, that's great, no problem. You don't have to vote for Trump to watch this channel, but if you're watching and you realize the Democratic Party is up to no good, and the media is up to no good, that's pretty much, James C., hello, that's pretty much, like, I think it's obvious when media obsesses over exploring foreign currencies, when media obsesses over Russia, as if it's the 1950s and 60s, and they try to recreate a Red Scare simply because they lost the election and Russia would hack the DNC but not Clinton servers with top secret intel. How does that even work? Why would they not be smart enough to hack servers with top secret intel from a Secretary of State that isn't even using a government email address? And then you have millions of people who don't get it. They're like, oh, it's just email. It's like, no, it's servers. It was autonomous servers. My God. But Malou Slater surfing. Yeah, exactly. They're going to look back at this. See, the thing is, exploring foreign currencies. Thank you so very much. Yeah, I mean, it's really wonderful being able to have the best. I have what I consider the best comment section, the best viewers in all of YouTube. And I don't say this, I'm not trying to be like to kiss anybody's behind. Most of my viewers are over the age of 45, let's say 45, 50, but all my viewers, whether you're below the age of 45 or over the age of 45, everyone has the ability to think critically and to ask just basic, simple questions about life. And everyone who watches this channel can actually fall back on a whole bunch of experience in life and say, okay, we've seen this before. whether it's the 60s or 70s or 80s or whether it's just a couple years ago. We've seen media trying to simply regurgitate or trying to communicate a narrative that just simply is not reality. This is not reality, and we're able to actually see what reality is. That's why when people say, how could you vote for Trump? Well, how could you vote for the Democratic Party? That's the real question. How could you vote for Hillary Clinton, who will be nominee? They're not going to go with Biden. The whole thing, look, when I wrote Hillary Clinton 2020 is a reality, get ready for 8 years of Trump, thank God, because President Trump's a good president. But they're actively covering up Joe Biden, and they're actively trying to just undermine the current president in every way possible. So they're doing two things at once, and it's so easy to kind of see what's going on. So if you watch this channel, you have enough life experience to decipher, to ask, to find out, or to realize what's actually really happening. What happened, George Floyd's murder was not President Trump's fault. The blame goes first to the mayor, then to the governor, then to the attorney general, all Democrats. Well, the blame first goes obviously to the person who took his life, which was a very corrupt officer in Minneapolis, in a Democratic stronghold. And most police officers are good people. Most teachers are good people. Most FBI agents, I'm sure, are very good people. But sometimes you have very corrupt individuals. You don't do away with schools. You don't do away with law enforcement. You don't do away with the FBI, but you find out who the corrupt people are. So, and that's the thing. Exploring foreign currencies. Thank you so very much. It's great to be able to. I have a much more engaging audience than most people who just simply live their lives on Twitter or Facebook. I'm very proud and happy to speak to an audience that and a viewership that doesn't live their lives on social media, that understands what life was like before 1990. If your life, if everything you know about life revolves around the internet, you don't have, very likely, I shouldn't say you don't, but very likely, Eric H526, thank you. Luke St. Martin, thank you. Very likely, you're not able to really see what today's media is all about. If you look at the 80s and 90s, ladies and gentlemen, the media reported, but the commentary was minimal. The commentary was still there, but there was no vitriol. It was, Bill Clinton doesn't seem like he's... How can he get out of this? Bob, what do you think? Well, he did lie about under oath, so that seems that he's going to be impeached on that. Yes. Okay, back to you, Jim, for sports. It wasn't like, oh my God, could you believe this? Everything changed. Politics became Hollywood, and politics became how can we denigrate and mock and insult and demean, and how can we infuse vapid comedic routines with politics? What do I care what Jimmy Kimmel says about anything? I don't care. Why would I care what Trevor Noah or Jimmy Kimmel or Seth, what's his name? Why would I care? Or Stephen Colbert? Why on earth, or Bill Maher? Why on earth would I care what they think about politics? Bill Maher, at least, is more he's been like, he has spoken about politics for a long time, so at least, like, he has a background in it. Omar Pena! Nice haircut, bro. It's about time. I know. I'm going to do it up eventually with some gel, or it's like, what is it? It's like, I have something. It's not gel. It's something else. It's like cement type thing. Omar Pena, thank you. But media thinks that Leo Szabo, Russian Republican here, have no fear. Leo, thank you for watching. Leo Szabo, thank you. Thank you as always, Leo. Media thinks that the more it repeats the same phrases or the same, oh, Trump is Trump is a racist, Trump is horrible, Trump is mean, Trump is boorish, Trump is like, just a terrible thing. Catastrophe! Chaz in Washington failed. Chaz Bono failed. Catastrophe. I don't know. Let me see. See, when you start using the words horrified for President Trump's tweets, it's not really like, the interesting thing is going to be when they lose again in November. Catastrophe, everybody here. When they lose again in November, it will be so interesting. It'll be so interesting how they try to spin it into President Trump. He stole the election. By the way, thank you very much to all my viewers who have defended me against people breaking the law, impersonating me on Twitter. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. But Becky, thank you so very much. My goodness. I subscribed when you were less than 300 people. Oh my goodness, Becky, thank you so very much. So you remember Becky when I had actually a collared shirt, a button-down collared shirt. That's what, like, I used to. Becky, you remember when I was like, "Hi, my name is H.A. Goodman, and I just want to let everybody know how I think. My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm voting for Bernie Sanders." Becky, thank you. Thank you for watching for so long, Becky. Thank you. That's from the very beginning. My God almighty, that's from the very beginning. Becky, thank you. Bernie Sanders has run that whole, the left is completely dissolved into a bizarre, some kind of really bizarre, weird, like, just really weird, competing factions. See, I understand the left because I was there for a while. Catastrophe! I impersonated you on Twitter by making correct election predictions. Catastrophe, thank you. Catastrophe, this will be the best. Thank you, Catastrophe. This will be the best. This will be the best. This will be epic. Because Madam Secretary Catastrophe is just revving up the engines. Revving up the engines. Catastrophe, what's Madam Secretary up to? Just type, if you type in Joe Biden, you get nothing special. Barbara Streisand at Joe Biden fundraiser says Donald Trump is dangerous to our health. Oh my God. Donald Trump is dangerous to our health. Yeah, their mental health. Oh my God. That is so funny. That is so funny. That is so funny. He's dangerous to our health. Donald Trump is dangerous to our health. Okay. Okay, whatever that means. Who knows? Who even knows what that means? Who even knows what that means? Why would saying Biden is good for your health? Leo Zabo, yes. Can't wait to see reactions after Election Day. Oh, my God. Catastrophe, thank you for the kind words. Leo Zabo, oh, my God. Can you imagine? This is, if Donald Trump is bad for their health now. Webby! Madam Secretary. I can't do it. If you say Madam Secretary 3 times, ladies and gentlemen, she wins the election. Webby! To my Australia crew, thank you so very much. Webby, Jimbo, Aussie J, everyone. There's a couple other wonderful Australian viewers also. Some really great Australian viewers also. Webby, thank you so very much, sir. I won't. I'm not gonna jinx anyone. I can't do it. Webby, thank you so very much. Jimbo, Biden YouTube like Tales from the Crypt. Omar Pena, first thing they did in just building the wall. I don't know the references to Omar Pena. Thank you, Omar Pena. Thank you as always. Jimbo, we got Webby on board. Jimbo, we got Webby. We got all the BAL boys. Yeah. Fine, you say Tales of the Crypt. Webby. Leo Zavo. She's the one we did not speak of. Exactly. She who shall remain nameless. So they said that Trump is bad for their health. Trump is bad for their health. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg deeply shaken and disgusted by Trump's comments. I'm shaken. Oh, I'm shaken. The reason he's saying that is because he's not. He's actually. He knows where the winds are moving. So he's actually siding with President Trump, but actually he's like telling them, I just want to let everybody know, you're siding with Trump. Nah, not really, but I am so deeply shaken and disgusted. I mean, how much, what does America care if the Democratic Party is outraged over everything Trump says? But they're not outraged over everything Biden says. Biden says more horrendous things. CNN, Trump defiant as cultural change sweeps America. Cultural change doesn't happen in 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But that's a nice try there. Look, you're going to see people of all backgrounds. Black, white, Latino, Asian, Hispanic, African American. You're going to see more people vote for President Trump. New York Times. As Americans shift on racism, Trump digs in. Oh, what a great shift. It was 3 weeks. Don't you know? And suddenly America has shifted. We've shifted, everybody. It's like, no, this happened. George Floyd was murdered in a Democratic state, in a Democratic city run by a Justin Trudeau wannabe mayor. Nice try. And 3 days prior, Biden said that horrific and racist "you ain't black" comment. If you don't vote for Trump, then you ain't black. That comment. Jimbo! Heading to the BAL after this. See you there, Levy. Yeah! One day, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go to Australia, and I'm going to go to that pub, the BAL pub, and I'm going to be like, Jimbo! Webby! Where's Jimbo and Webby? They'll be like, mate, do you need a doctor? I'll be like, Jimbo, Webby! Jimbo, Webby, where are you? Jimbo! And then we have Aussie J. We have a lot of Australian viewers who watch. I love them all. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. What can I say? What can I tell you? What city is that in, Jimbo? Is it Canberra? What city is the BAL pub in? What city is it in? Ladies and gentlemen, so I do. I have the shirts. I still have the Clinton 2020 shirts. They're coming. She's about to swoop in. It's going to be fantastic. Hillary review. Clinton swerves the big questions, whatever that means. This was her. They're still talking about a documentary. Hillary now available on Sky TV, Sky Documentaries. Oh my God. Good news in the fight against voter suppression. King James is coming onto the court. LeBron James and others form a voting rights group. You know what's interesting? Democrats had the Voting Rights Amendment Act from John Conyers. Voting Rights Amendment Act. John Conyers. Reintroduced bipartisan Representative Sensenbrenner and Conyers. Reintroduced bipartisan Voting Rights Amendment Act of 2017. What happened to this? What on earth happened to this? Democrats just focused on Russia. They literally could have addressed the issues presented to them from the Supreme Court. So the Voting Rights Amendment Act of 2017, which would restore and modernize the original Voting Rights Amendment Act. So why didn't they H.R. 2978? What happened to it? Introduced in the House. Okay. What happened to it? Apparently nothing. It was just introduced in the House. That's it. And John Conyers and Jim Sensenbrenner let's see. Voting Rights Advancement Act of 2017. Voting Rights Advancement Act 2017, H.R. 2978. Nothing happened to it. referred to subcommittee on constitutional civil action. Sponsor. So, like, it didn't. Democrats didn't vote. Didn't really care about it. That should tell you about the Democratic Party. Pretty unbelievable. Pretty unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Steven Sederberg! Keep up the great work, friend. Thank you very much, Steven. Thank you very much, Steven. Greatly appreciated. Steven, thank you so very much. Steven Sederberg, thank you so very, very much. Thank you, Steven. Greatly, 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 greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you so much. Catastrophe! My California town was ravaged by mostly peaceful protesters. So many people preaching MAGA talking points. Now the liberal agenda failed. Exactly. Omar Pena. Chaz is liberated instantly. Oh. Okay. Perth, Western Australia. Jimbo. Okay. Thank you, Jimbo. I'm one of these days, I'm gonna go to Perth and be like, Jimbo! Webby! Where are you? And they'll be like, oh my. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Stephen, thank you again. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Stephen, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is a huge honor, and it means a great deal that I have people who support my voice, especially in this very bizarre time in American politics. Very bizarre time. Leo Zabo, buy pantsuits. Leo Zabo, thank you. Steven Sederberg, thank you so very, very much. Steven, thank you again. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, Steven. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So, what did Barbara Streisand say? This is so hilarious. The best thing I've ever heard in my life. Barbara Streisand. Is dangerous. Trump is dangerous to our health. How amazing is it going to be when all of Hollywood, all of media, all the millionaire tech executives, they all lose in November? I mean, can you imagine? They're going to be like, we lost to this again. What? Think of how many lives could have been saved if he had paid attention to the workings and acted earlier. Yeah, anything he would have done would have been opposed. And 3 to 4 states that are run by Democrats account for over half the lives lost. In other words, Donald Trump is a danger to our health. There you go. There's the logic. We cannot afford 4 more years of malice, division, lies, and neither can our planet. Okay. Thanks for speaking for the planet. But here we go. Division. They're the ones who don't want to accept President Trump as president. It's basically, if they get what they want, then there's no division. If they don't get what they want, there's still division. Stephen, thank you again. Greatly appreciated, Stephen. Thank you. Catastrophe, I don't know. Biden could pick Hillary Clinton. He could pick somebody else. He has to pick very soon. It'll be interesting too. It'll be very interesting. Let's see. When will he pick? Well, Biden pick VP. The VP pick, if it's not Hillary Clinton, is going to be The VP pick, they better hope that the vice presidential pick doesn't have any scandal or controversy, because what's going to take place is even media will do away with their allegiance. Even media will say, you know what, this story is too juicy, so we have to There's absolutely no way that Biden will be nominee. Russ Nielsen! H.A. Goodman delivers real news. Thank you so very much, Russ. Thank you. Madam Secretary is going to be nominee, and it's going to be the biggest political call of all time. And it'll be seamless. Democrats pretty much get away with any bizarre, any narrative they want to, because media is just absolutely beholden. Joe Biden, there's just no way he's going to become nominee. It's kind of hilarious. It really is. He's the danger to our health. That's why they have no logic. Streisand was like, oh, well, he could have done more for the pandemic. Therefore, he's a danger to our health and the planet. They always have the arrogance to actually add in the planet. Oh, okay, that's good. Even Noam Chomsky was very bizarre. He's like, oh, he's like, oh, it's he's a brilliant man. Yeah, I don't agree with him on a bunch of things nowadays, but if you look at the planet, the Republicans, what they've done is they're actually a danger to the human race, and it's like, oh my God, what have Democrats done other than say we believe in climate change? If you look at the planet, the only choice is to vote for Hillary Clinton. Like, you do realize that Clinton's foreign policy would be very much like Nixon's foreign policy, but whatever. The whole point is, or it would be very much like Bush's foreign policy. Catastrophe. I do a really great, and nobody would know this, but I do a somewhat good Noam Chomsky imitation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just try to, okay, so Trump, you type in Trump, and it's like, oh my God, look what he said, look what he did, look what he said, time for Trump to be Trump at home and abroad. Okay. As Americans shift on, okay, so this is Trump defined as cultural change sweeps America. It's sweeping America. Seattle mayor, claps back at Trump. Okay. Top general apologizes for appearing with Trump in photo op. Every article is like, hey, Trump is just horrible. I'm sorry, everybody. And then a CNN article. Trump warns against falsely labeling people as racist. I mean, have you ever heard something so absurd? I mean, as long as you just accuse somebody of that, then they are that. It's like, come I mean, really. They're doing the same things over again. It's not going to work. They can't possibly keep this up. Then when Clinton comes in, it's like her. See, they're paving the way. Every single thing is to pave the way. See, catastrophe. I could probably work one up. I have to get one going. But ladies and gentlemen, Stephen, thank you so very much. Sederberg, thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. To my super chat, thank you. And be here tomorrow morning. Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel. I have a very important segment. It's my only segment up today. I'll do a bunch more tomorrow, but check that out. To my super chat, thank you. People, remember that media could not stop. They couldn't stop Trump in 2016. They're not going to be able to stop President Trump this year. And it's like they're not going to be able to stop President Trump this year, which is November is going to be a very interesting time for everybody. My God Almighty. My God Almighty. It's who knows what the media and Democrats are capable of, but they're not going to be happy in November when Trump wins. Give me your thoughts below, everyone. William Abrams III. I'm not PC. I never apologize for anything. William Abrams, hello. Stanford. Graham. Biden, virtual basin press. Stanford, thank you. Stephen. Thank you so very much, Stephen. Greatly appreciated. Everyone, God bless. Stanford, everyone here. Stephen, thank you. To my super chat, thank you. Eric H526, Luke St. Martin, the two best moderators in all of YouTube. People, I'll be back tomorrow morning. Thank you so very much. Check the channel tomorrow morning, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, I'll have my morning or mid-afternoon, morning upload, mid-afternoon live stream, and then evening live stream. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody.